Essentially in our factory we have all different machines that recycle all different materials in other ways. Just give you a quick glance at the factory, and then I'm going to do a few videos just explaining the processes for recycling our PETG material, what it looks like at first, the waste, what it looks like as we go through the process, and then the finished product that we would then sell to the customer. Enjoy watching. This first video vlog is showing you how we recycle our PETG material. So this is an example of some of the waste. It's quite tough, and this essentially is the waste, the sprues that we get when our caps and things come off, and as you can see there's quite a lot of it. We also have our PETG tube waste, so that's slightly different kind of thickness and everything, but it's the same material. Each of these are the same material, but because of their kind of difference in thickness and hardness, we have two separate machines that they go in separately. So we've got one here and one here, and it's just better to grind them up separately so that they don't kind of break the machines as well. So essentially the material gets put in here, grinded down, and it ends up in here as flakes. The same with this one. You can see the flakes there. When it's grinded down into flakes, they then get put here. And as you can see, when it all gets grinded down, there is a lot of waste. So the fact that we've able to reuse this is really brilliant. So essentially it comes into these flakes, and then the next process is putting it in the pelletizer, and I'll show you a video of that machine as well. This is just a still shot of what you have just seen in the video. So the first two is the waste. The second two images after that are the grinding down machines. And then the last two are the flakes that we are now going to put in the pelletizer, which you will see next. Okay, so once we have the flakes, they then go into this machine, which is called a pelletizer. Essentially, over there you can see the opti bins that are full of the flakes. These get tipped in here. They go all the way along. They essentially heat, this machine heats the flakes up and sprays them out into kind of like a stringy material. You can see some of it in there. Then it has to go through a cooling system right at the end, which is here. And then all of the strands, so this is how it then comes out. These are all of the flakes that I've just shown you there. This is how they come out once they've been in this part of the pelletizer. They get cooled down, and then they get cut up. So they get put in this cutter, and they get cut up, and they look like this. So this is 100% recycled PETG into pellets, and this is now usable to be able to make into parts again. Just to add on, this is the cutting machine that cuts down once the flakes have been made into kind of that string material. They're then cut down into these pellets. Once they've been cut down into the pellets, you can see them all in here. This is 100% recycled material, as I mentioned. It gets put into one of these blue bins, so the blue means that it's 100% recycled. Then we mix 30% of this, so 30% recycled material, with 70% virgin raw material of PETG. We mix it together here, and this then gives us the 70-30 split, so 30% recycled material, so it's exempt from plastic packaging tax. And it's this material here that's been mixed together that then goes back into our extrusion machine to make the tubes. So now we have the recycled 30% recycled material mixed with the 70% raw material. It then goes in this kind of drying machine, so it has to be thoroughly dried out so that we get the right end result. So this is it all being dried out. Comes all through here. This is our extrusion machine. This is how we make the tubes. This is them working. And that's the end result. They've all been cut into the right sizes.